Welcome. This period of instruction is going to be about us getting executed expectations agreements from our clients. What we've been seeing this week is, I've been getting some clients in, granted their rental leads. Some of them, one has been a buyer lead, one has been a commercial lead. Now, this is kind of what happens when momentum's picking up. I'll start receiving messages and texts from folks who say, hey, I got this person looking for that. Now, they're not all home runs and slam dunks, but I have y'all, and I can send them to y'all to, procure, manifest, and eventually either turn into some business or to referral business. But what I want to get out of the habit of doing is go willy-nilly showing properties pre-approved, just wasting our time. We are professionals. We're on the same level as lawyers, accountants, and doctors. No doctor is going to do a surgery on you unless they have an agreement. So we will be having agreements going forward. So I'll run you through a couple situations. For example, I received 2 rental leads that I put in touch with Sharon. All right. And I received a buyer lead. They needed to go look at houses only on Friday. Todd took that one. I just received a commercial lead. Lori suggested to do that one. So the way this is going to work is I'm just going to post in the group chat, this is the situation. And if it's something you want, let me know. Of course, I will keep in mind fairness. If some people are quick to text on things and some people are slow, I'm going to round robin it. So, as far as I'm concerned, I think Chris is the next one in rotation to get it. It'll happen. But here's the process on when this new lead comes in. I will make a group introduction text to you and the said lead. From there, I'm going to say, hey, Chris, Lori, please arrange a time to talk to the client on the phone via Zoom. Very important. I want you to do this via Zoom. You don't have to show your face if you don't want to. I do suggest that you show your face to build rapport. So when that happens, you're going to ask the client, hey, are you able to talk on a Zoom screen share meeting later on today at 3 or this evening at 6? Give them the options that work best for you. Now, when you're going to hop on the Zoom meeting, I want you to take a couple things into note. One is your appearance. How do you look? You don't have to be in a suit and tie, but this is your first impression with these clients. Guys, I suggest, a nice polo, long sleeve shirt. Ladies, just something that looks, professional. Guys, look at your facial hair. If you haven't shaved in a few days, trim it up, shave it up. If you keep a beard and a gold tee like I do, keep your neck clean. I promise you, these people are judging us every step of the way. These Zooms are going to be our first time to make an amazing impression, and we will. So to set the expectations with the client ahead of time, hey, what we're going to cover, and this is via text, what we're going to cover in the Zoom is just an introduction. I want to learn more about what it is you're looking for. What are your goals, Mr. and Mrs. Client, that I can help achieve? Have that conversation. Second conversation. So just so you know, Mr. and Mrs. Customer, we operate differently. We are very organized and we're very professional. We are much like accountants and doctors. We don't start performing surgeries and doing your taxes until we are all on the same page as far as expectations go. And I have an expectations agreement that I'd like to review with you. Boom. Sidebar. You're going to come into this expectations agreement loop. And let's say it's a buyer. You see my template here. What I want you to do is to make a copy. Copy is a .loop document. to loop. Click expectations agreement. If it's a buyer agreement, type buyer, hit copy. From here, go to your template, rename it client's name. Boom. Okay, then go into view details. Add a person, add the client's first name, last name, email, role, call them the buyer. Make sure you're entered in here, your role, buying agent. Click save. If you don't click save, won't be there. Save successful, back to loop. So we go here to this new one, you're gonna open it up. You're gonna have all this filled out prior to sending it in there. Looked like Todd was working on this one, so cool. Client's name, boom. Realtor's name, boom. Down here, client's name, boom. Realtor's name, boom. I don't ask for signatures on these things because people have a stigma with signatures. So we just say, hey, it's just an initial. No big deal, it's just an initial. So what I want to cover with you is how I explain the agreement to the client. So Don, here's the situation. What I like to do is just go over what your expectations are of me as your real estate agent, as well as what my expectations are of you. And this is just a great way for us to put out in the very beginning of a relationship what it is your goals are, what it is you need from us. So the client's expectations of a realtor, these are the typical ones we have. Respond quickly to our questions or concerns. Make yourself available to show homes around our work schedule. Explain the process so that we are confident. Negotiate aggressively to get the house we want at the price we want. To be honest with us and provide professional advice. And have you had any good or bad experiences with previous realtors? Like, what are they? Talk to me about them so we can enter in here. What are some additional expectations that you may have? Maybe you're out of state and you want us to be able to do virtual showings. You know, maybe you can only look at houses on a Friday afternoon because of work. Whatever it may be, we put it here. So now here's our expectations of the client. If you text or call after 7, please expect the response in the morning unless it's an emergency related to the deal. Now that's very important that we put in there. You know, we get people in the past that they'll call 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 at night, and it's not a good quality of life. You don't call your dentist or your accountant late, you call them during working hours. Of course, if you need to talk later at night, just let us know ahead of time. But for the sakes of everybody's families, you know, we just try to put a soft cutoff at 7. There is a $400 brokerage fee charged to the clients on closing day. We tell you this up front because every brokerage out there charges a fee, but they don't tell you about it until the end. People may ask, what's this fee for? Well, you know, there's a lot that goes into these deals, and you're going to see throughout this process that is well worth the money. Especially as you as a home buyer, you don't pay a commission. The seller pays the commission. So this is just something to help your lovely agent with their gas money and with their time showing you the properties. It's a nice gesture. 3, if you go to an open house, let that realtor know that you have an agent. You only want to work with one realtor at a time. If you want to view homes, send them to us early to allow us time to schedule them. You know, make us aware of any issues that you may have. If you feel it's not a good fit, a non-confrontational way to end it is just to email us and say, hey, thank you for your time. We're moving in a different direction. What tends to happen a lot is a realtor may be working with the client and the client isn't, feeling the situation. So they just ghost them. They don't respond to them anymore. And it's very hurtful to our feelings. So we want to avoid it. And what we'll do next, Dawn, is we will share this to your email so that you can sign. And that's it. That's the process of getting this done. And once you get this signed, at that point, then you'll start sending them listings, then you'll start scheduling showings. And that is all I have to say about that.